Hello, hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was distracted. We were doing the, deals. She's at the silver place, and she's going, well, what do you want? And I'm going, all right, well, how much is it? Oh, it's $1.50 over spot. And I'm going, wow, $1.50 on junk silver? She goes, is it $1.50 over junk silver? He goes, no, $1. Oh, 80 cents. And I'm going, God, which is it, man? I mean, you're killing me here. So anyway, so it's 80 cents over spot for junk silver. $1.50 on Liberty rounds, $1.50 over spot. So I'm going, that low? I remember, it's what's it's gone up to over the past few years when it's been, heavy traffic.
Well, it wasn't too long ago. Many dealers were demanding $3 over spot, but that was right before this recent downturn. And I think actually the price that you were being quoted just now is rather reasonable compared to what has been going on.
No, it is. I mean, well, not the $1.50 over spot for junk silver. I'm just going, no. I mean, it's been down as low as 50 cents.
Depending on where you're at, for some people, that is.
Well, I like 50 cents better. And 80 cents sounds like a lot better than $1.50, I can tell you that. So this is, this is where I think we're going. I'm confident enough that it's going to be, it went stupid. I mean, how many times you heard me say that? Silver's going to go stupid. And when it gets to almost 50, and it was just not too long ago, it was 17. I don't know. Sounds kind of stupid to me, now, oh my gosh, it went down. It's down to 34. And I'm going, down to 34? Seriously? I mean, I'm going, I've had a pretty good ride. So I'm getting more because of one thing. I know that the government's not going to stop spending, and I appreciate, my wife is really good at, making time in her day to go down. She has a very busy day today, and she made time to get down there and do this, and I appreciate it, honey. The one thing that I wanted to make sure we caught up on, you were trying to finish a thought right before we went to break, and what was that about?
Well, I was going to talk about how, why the people who were conspicuously absent from these debates are absent. And there's a number of factors that play into it, but I think right now, this week, the reason they didn't show up, if they were even thinking about it before, is essentially, although they're debating each other, they're each taking on Obama. They're trying to take his job. They're facing Obama. And this week, Obama is as strong as he's probably ever been because he's the man who killed bin Laden. Or at least that's how Obama's presenting it. And, you don't want to take on your opponent when they're strong. I mean, you want to wait till they're a little weak, maybe. But this also speaks to the political bravery, if that's what you want to call it, of the guys who did show up. And I'm not saying it just because Paul was there. I mean, I extend this to all the guys who showed up to go ahead and present themselves as somebody available and who should be considered to take Obama's job at the time when he's riding this high wave of popularity. That takes some testicular fortitude.
Well, an opportunity to even get up there, I'm sure they love to have that opportunity. I know Gary Johnson's been planning for this since at least over a year ago. And his whole, created his pack to do blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who are we kidding, Gary, man? This is your running. I mean, what are we? Hey, this is how you do the process, all right.
Well, and the guys who get in early like this, because this is the first debate, they get to set the tone. They get to set the issues for the election. And we kind of already knew what the issues were going to be. We knew the economy was going to be one. We knew foreign policy and terrorism was going to be one. But, what other things that play into it as well. For instance, when they asked Ron Paul about tort reform and how it affects practitioners, medical practitioners, that's important. It doesn't get enough play because, the terrorism and economy thing overshadows everything. But in getting to talk about it, hopefully that will remain within the public sphere going into the campaign, be on people's minds. This is a unique opportunity for these candidates, whether they win or lose, to bring subjects up, to talk about issues. And I think it was rather stupid of these candidates who didn't show up to not take advantage of that opportunity, and it's a besmirchment on their character for not having taken that opportunity.
I don't know that they had a choice. I mean, of course, their goal is to win. I mean, we want the best for us. Let's put it this way. They saw more of a downside appearing in the first nationally televised GOP presidential debate hosted by their supporters on Fox. They saw that opportunity as more of a detriment to their campaign being up there with Dr. Paul than not showing up.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, what are they thinking?
They're thinking Ron Paul is going to kick their butt. That's what they were thinking.
I agree that he is a thorn in their side, although I don't think that he is the only reason they didn't show up. It's a big one.
What? I don't even understand.
Well, I don't either. I would love to ask them, but they didn't show.
You know, it was interesting. One of the columnists or whatever talking heads there, the blonde, she said, you know, Michelle Bachmann, is that her name? Michelle Bachmann? But I don't even pay attention. I don't care. You know, one of them. She has started the Tea Party caucus on the Capitol there. Has she eclipsed you? And he's like, I don't know. She's not here.
Yeah, exactly. That was a very good answer.
You know, I mean, you know, these guys are, it's like, I tell you, this is what it's like. I want to go on record on this. I've said this before, and this is a perfect example of this. Dr. Paul participating in these debates and dealing with the media and being interviewed and doing all this stuff, it's like playing chess with a 3-year-old. The problem is, it's not that it's difficult to beat them. It's, you know, to beat them. I mean, you try and be nice. You know, you don't go to the 3-year-old and say, oh, that was such a dumb move. Oh, you're not going to make a good move next time. I'm going to kick your butt and you'll be a sore winner, you know. Which I am. I'm a sore winner, man. I always like, I'm having fun. I'm a sore loser. I just enjoy playing the game, so I don't care, you know, either way. But Dr. Paul has way more class. And he's just, you know, he walks you through it. He educates you. He takes the opportunity to make sure that the audience and the people that he's playing the game in all learn something, whether they like it or not. So dealing in these debates with the other candidates and the media, he's playing chess with a 3-year-old. The problem is that it's often as you're beating the snot out of them, and they try and, you know, get you with the heroin thing, you know. Heroin is on, look, man, people in this audience, you think they're just going to run out and do heroin if it was legal? Oh, no, if I don't have a law preventing me from doing heroin, I'm going to run out and do heroin. I mean, everybody's like, yeah, you know, they understood that was just garbage. The problem is that sometimes, especially when you got, you know, the power, the 3-year-old that you're kicking the crap out of in front of everybody stands up on their chair, knocks over all the pieces on the floor, pulls out a 45 and pumps 3 in your chest. You always got to be aware of, and one of the reasons why, and the benefit of Dr. Paul being professional, being courteous, you know, doing the best to educate everyone, is you're much less likely to get 3 in the chest. So I'm just going, okay, you know, I can see that. He stays in the game. He continues. He has a lot of respect. What's demonstrated, though, as they do this and they knock the pieces on the ground, they may not pump 3, but they knock the pieces on the ground on a regular basis because they have nothing else. So they make this up as they go along. It's this left-right paradigm. It's just a game that keeps everybody focused on them being the, source of real information or not? No. The economy is going to overwhelm everything. And there's nothing any of these guys can do about it. And Dr. Paul pointed that out. It's coming. Are you ready?